Did you like what you saw?
Yeah, originally we were worried about the UK not being as strong as the American team. We got a real strong team in the UK. We're real happy with it. Real happy with it.
Was it a bit strange having both Dan and Rich there, since one of them's not going to be the coach? Was that a bit different?
It's the way it is, the winner is the coach. So it was actually cool having both of them.
What do you say to Rich Franklin? I mean, if he wins this, you guys asked him to move up, and now you're asking him to move down. Is that just the way it works?
Yeah, I don't think we're asking him to move down. He can fight at 205, but he's going to fight Bisping at 180.
Well, then you're asking him to move down.
Not really. We'll have to cut a little weight for that fight.
A fan emailed me, and I wanted to ask you, because he made a good point. He said Franklin, if he wins and he goes down, he's a bigger guy than Bisping, and most people would think he's a better fighter. I'm not saying that's true, but that's what this guy said.
Right.
And if he beats Bisping, he beats a guy and takes him away from his title shot, and then he goes out of the division. Is that fair?
Say that again?
He said if he goes down and beats Bisping,
and he's a bigger, better guy,
and then he goes back up to 205, and Bisping's at 185, it's like he takes Bisping.
Here's the thing about Bisping. Bisping said to me, I said, who do you think's going to win this fight? And he said, I think Rich is going to beat him. He said, I'd like to see Henderson win because I want to fight Henderson. That's who I want to fight. He's got the credentials, this, that, and everything else, but Bisping wants to fight him. He's not worried about it. He's not worried about a bigger, better guy. You're either good and you can beat a guy or you're not.
I guess all I'm getting at is his point was it'll lose the title shot from him if he loses.
Rich isn't that much bigger than Bisping anyway. It's not like he's a lot bigger than Bisping. We've got some huge mismatch. Bisping was at 205 too.
I remember.
Did the Franklin Henderson for the U.S. coach was it an easy choice, or was there kind of a long thought about it?
Yeah, every time we start thinking about who we're going to pick for coaches, there's a process. We think about it, go through everything, and that's where we ended up, Henderson and Franklin.
Can I ask, Dana, there's been a lot of talk by British fans that quite a well-known fighter, Jimmy Wallhead, didn't get through towards him. Is he got a name you were aware of, and is there a particular reason that he didn't get into the fight?
There could be a million reasons why he didn't make it, from background checks to drug testing to, he didn't look good that day when he came to try out. It could be a million different reasons.
But is it true that the producers of your program have a kind of say on the interview and character side of it all?
Well, yeah, and the network too.
And is that a good idea, particularly for the fighting side?
We're in 9 seasons of The Ultimate Fighter, and we've pumped out a lot of great fighters. So
I suppose your theory would be, if he's good enough anyway, he'll make his way into the UFC through the British shows.
Well, there was some reason why he didn't make it.
Oh, right,
I couldn't pinpoint and tell you exactly who he is and why he didn't make it, but there's a reason he didn't make it.
Okay.
If he didn't make it this time, maybe he makes it next time.
Dana, can you give us an update on Forrest Griffin? There have been different reports. What's the injury status?
He broke his hand, had surgery, recovering.
Is he out for 09?
I don't think so.
There was some website wrote that he was out for the year.
I doubt it. Doubt it.
Do you know which part of the hand it is?
No, I don't know.
Do you have any plans for 100 yet?
No. I haven't thought about it yet.
Does Mir Lesnar make any sense to you at all?
Yeah, when is 100? July?
Yeah.
So no, it won't be Mir Lesnar.
No. And it couldn't be Madison Square Garden. Could it be?
No, it won't be.
Mandalay, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Are you enjoying the Coleman-Hooer rematch? You went to the press conference, but Coleman turned up the heat a little bit. Are you enjoying kind of the backdrop to that one?
Yeah, I mean, they both want that fight. Right before I walked over to you, I was talking to Shogun, and he says, "Thank you for this fight." He just said, "I want this fight back." So,
does he have something to prove to you and the fans, for the UFC fans?
I don't think so. I think this is between those two. I think it's between those two. He said, "You didn't beat me. I broke my arm." And Coleman's like, "Yeah, I broke your arm. That's why I beat you." So, it's a fight, and I broke your arm, and I won. They don't like each other. Out of all the guys that Shogun could fight, he wants more Coleman.
David, in terms of your world domination,